Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. And we've got to get straight into it because this is the Championship Tuesday SuperStream. And there is, as you can see already on the split screen, a lot going on tonight. We have already kicked off in two of our games. One of the 5:30s has gone the way of COVID, but big story developing. We're 89 minutes and 6 seconds into Birmingham 0, Derby 4. It's going to be a 4-0, well, unless anything changes in stoppage time, away win for the Rams. Absolutely sensational stuff from them. Birmingham 4, Derby 0. We've also got on the go Sheffield Wednesday and Borough. Then as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7:45s and an 8 o'clock, which we're going to try and keep an eye on in sort of watch-along fashion as well. And there's some Premier League games, which our dearly departed, one of our dearly departed, is also 4-0 up away from home. So, as I say, quite a lot going on tonight. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly, etc. We'll call this a watch along, although I do have to sort out David and his sponsorship because he's going to do the Saturday SuperStream. So I should really shout out David. We'll give Charlie a shout out here as well. 30 years of laurel. Here's to many more. I think Charlie is in the stream as well. David is going to get a better thumbnail than that, but we'll give David a shout out as and when we've got things sorted properly. He will be the SuperStream sponsor. Charlie will be the watch along sponsor. Right. Shall we have a look at this Derby versus Birmingham game, which the Rams are going to win very, very comfortably. The goals you can see came in, 10 minutes? 3 goals in 10 minutes in the first half for Derby there. Bielik on 15. That was another mistake from Etheridge, who threw one in his own net in the last home game for Birmingham. Good keeper, but a couple of bad mistakes from him. Then Harley Dean took out, who was it? It was Louis Sibley, wasn't it? Right on the sort of side of the penalty area to concede a penalty for 2-0 on 17. Colin Kazim Richards bangs one in. I think that was a set play. So just out of nowhere, Derby went 3-0 up. And then, forgive me, I've just been eating my dinner with Shaylee. 4-0 there. Jason Knight with the goal. If anyone wants to describe that in the chat, that would be mighty helpful as Birmingham come forward. Jutkovic goes down in the box. Nothing doing there, just a throw in for Blues. Let me just bang through the teams. It was Etheridge, Pedersen, Friend, Dean and Colin. Clayton in front. Bella, Sunic, Gardner, Sanchez with Hogan up top for Blues. For Derby, Sibley, as we mentioned, got a start. Marshall, Byrne, Wisdom, Clark, Forsyth, still no Davis. Knight, Bielik, Shinnie, Sibley, Kazim Richards, who's doing the business now, isn't he? We thought it was a work-a-day signing, but working very, very nicely for Derby. And Josh Viak, who's improving as the season goes on. We will start the banner at the bottom. There's only going to be one thing on it at the moment. It's going to say Birmingham 0, Derby 4. Let's have a quick look in the other game that's kicked off, and then we'll look at the 7:45 kickoffs. Also, I will go to your comments. We are coming in hot, though, with the games already on the go. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Borough 0, full-time. Karanka and Rooney shake hands. This one is all over. Birmingham 0, Derby 4 is a full-time result. So we're going to add on the ticker on the bottom here. It is Sheffield Wednesday 0, Middlesbrough 0. Nothing doing so far. How many minutes are we into this one? If I do a little scroll, I'll be able to tell you 21 21 minutes, only one shot and no shots on target. So it looks like a fairly uneventful start in this one. 60-40 on the possession, that one shot going to Wednesday, who have 106 passes to 63 to Borough. So maybe bucking some stats we've become used to. Obviously, Tony Pulis fired late last night and Neil Thompson is in temporary charge, unless he wins every game he's in charge for, in which case he'll get the job, because that always tends to happen, doesn't it, with a winning caretaker. He's gone. Westwood, Palmer, Dunkley, Lees, Odebajo and Harris wide. Bannon, Shaw, Pelupessy, Windass and Patterson up top for Borough. They're a game behind, aren't they? They had a rest at the weekend. You know, due to play Rotherham. Bettinelli, Dykesdale, Fry, McNair, Boller, Morsey and Wing, Watmore, Saville, Johnson and Asombalonga up top. That one is 0-0. We'll have a look at the Premier League business. Let me just go through your comments. Luke says the Wednesday's going up. Well, look, yes, 0-4 Leeds West Brom. Come on to that. What has Big Sam got himself into? Liam is watching MK. James is enjoying my ludicrous thumbnail that we have for the Super Streams. Alex says, I think we've attacked more. Excuse me. Oh, Gary Monk's on TV. He must want a job. Good day to have him on as well, isn't it? I think we must have attacked more in the first 3 minutes than Pulis did in 10 games. Josh, not sure what Famara's got to do to start a game. Should we have a look at that? We'll have a look at the teams in a sec. Remind me of that when we go and do Bristol City. Hi to Carl. Hi to Charlie, who's been in the hospital. Nice to see you out and back home, my friend. Carl says Birmingham manager. Next to go, QPR forever is here. Difficult one for them at Norwich tonight. Remember, tomorrow night, Brentford, Bournemouth, Swansea, Reading. So a few teams at the top of the table not playing tonight. Come on, you Rams. What a way to start the day of games, especially if you're a Rams fan. Brilliant stuff. George, I can't deal with the Albion anymore. So bad to the point it's not funny. Oh, dear. Not good. So going to lose again tonight. Hope it ain't a rugby score. Leeds winning 4-0. Yes. Lex Alexis is here. Wayne Rooney has to be backed. Derby have now gained the confidence. Doing good. Can Jeffcott do it again tonight? That is, remind me of Plymouth forward, isn't it? What else have we got here? Jay says, excuse me, let's have some wine. And the people laughed when I said 5-0 Derby earlier. I was nearly right. Please just go, Granker. I'm fed up with this horrible football. It's a shambles. I'm so angry right now. Nat says, come on Wednesday. You support them through thick and thin, won't you? Chris says, I expect Karanka to be sacked imminently. That's one home win in 10 since the lucky opening day victory versus Brentford. We did that as a watch-along, didn't we? Brum have by far the worst home defence and no discernible pattern of play. Karanka better be sacked in the morning. Karanka will be on thin ice if the winless streak continues. I think we all agree with that. Not been a good time for some of the ultra-defensive managers here. It's almost like trying to score goals is the way forward, isn't it? Yeah, we should be double billing the two games tomorrow night, excuse me. We're super streaming tonight with all the games. Hamza is here, a West Brom fan. Come on, Hamza, talk to us some more, matey. Let's hear what you've got to say. Arsenal 1 up at Brighton. We'll get to that Premier League stuff. Not a Birmingham fan, but Birmingham will sack Karanka tonight. Campwell starting for Norwich. Excellent news there. We'll look at the starting lineups there. Karanka will go to Wednesday. That would be tremendous. David, excellent. David is the sponsor of the Super Streams. I didn't quite realise it was a Super Stream. I'm just so disorganised. Thank you, David. Legend. I tried to give you a shout out earlier in the show. Our defence has more holes than a Swiss cheese. Can we keep a clean sheet at bottom of the table? Wickham tonight. That's a Cardiff fan. For some reason, sure, our young central defence midfielder is playing furthest forward between him, Bannon and Pelupessy, leading the press. No doubt in that one. Right. Let's just have a look at what's going on in the Premier League. We'll focus on our dearly departed, but I'll bang through all of the action there because they've got 5 games tonight. 3 of them are currently on the go. It's Brighton 0, Arsenal 1. That's good news for our dearly departed. Brighton losing at home there. Bad news, though. Burnley 1, Sheffield United 0. It just gets worse and worse for Sheffield United. And Burnley are starting to make this look like a bottom 4 rather than a bottom 5. We'll look at the live table in a minute. Southampton 0, West Ham 0. West Brom 0, Leeds 4. Leeds fans, I will cover that game in the morning because I'm very excited to see what has gone on in that one. Let's just have a look at the live league table. And you can see now Burnley are going to put in a 3-point gap. Oh, Leeds have gone 5-0 up. Rafinha has scored for Leeds. 5-0. Leeds are winning at West Brom. Superb stuff from Bielsa and Leeds. Going to be 3 wins in 4 for them. Excellent, excellent stuff. They're going into 11th, unless something happens late on in the West Ham game. Could go 10th. But as I was saying, down the bottom there, Sheffield United is just hopeless, isn't it? 2 points from 16. My God. West Brom are going to be 5 points adrift, so they need to thank Arsenal for this away win that's seemingly happening at Brighton. Fulham not playing tonight, although I'm seeing lots of COVID rumours coming in, potentially affecting Fulham's game. I've got some Colin Caterpillars, if I'm allowed to have that. 3D Ipswich 9. Whenever anyone scores any amount of goals in the first half, here it comes. 3D Ipswich 9. Always. Right. Let's have a look here in the comments. Sorry, I'm chewing away. Oh, Charlie, you might have beaten me to that. Sorry. Birmingham might have been in the Premier League now if they kept Rowett. Maybe not, but the first of a bad bunch of decisions by Trillium, wasn't it? I don't think it was so much getting rid of Rowett. I think it was hiring Zola that was the big issue. Karanka has to go after that. Not very good show, says Noel. Birmingham fans unhappy on here tonight. Premier League soon for us, says Nat. The only optimistic Wednesday fan. Bad news. You know you love to see Burnley winning. Do I? Do I really? Look, if 3 dearly departed go down, another 3 go up. I'd like at least one of them to stay up. But, yeah, maybe 5 teams next season. Sorry, I'm chewing. Very unprofessional. West Brom draw at Liverpool. Get stuffed at home by Leeds. Welcome to the Big Sam world there. I know I don't support Derby, but Bielik's a good player. He's excellent, isn't he? Excellent. Hamza says, I accept our fate about a month ago, so any result now is a big bonus. We've just been toothless. Championship squad in the Premier League, so unless Big Sam can get in some quality, game over. Well put. Sheffield Wednesday have just taken the lead. And my iPad has frozen, which is most infuriating at that point because I did have soccer, not soccer Saturday, soccer Tuesday. Sheffield Wednesday have taken the lead. We'll try and get an update on that. They did appear to have been the better side according to the numbers. Callum Patterson is the goal scorer. Wednesday lead and will be 2 points from safety if nothing changes. That's before the other teams have kicked off that they're playing against. But let me update that on the ticker. Sheffield Wednesday lead through Callum Patterson. We'll stick our dearly departed games on there as well. It is West Brom 0, Leeds 5. Crazy there. Burnley 1, Sheffield United 0. Also, Villa played last night, so nothing doing there. That is all that's going on. Let's just have a look. And my iPad is really doing a number on me here. Let me just restart it and maybe we'll get to see the goal. Yeah, it's decided to load itself back up. So there it is. Patterson from an assist from Palmer on 30 minutes. Good news for Wednesday. They're just going through the goals from the Birmingham and Derby game. Birmingham fans will not want reminding of any of those. Let's have a look at what else is going to be going on tonight in the 7:45 kickoffs. First of all, it's Huddersfield versus Blackburn. That's going to be kicking off in about 11 minutes. And there's half a screen of teams. And, Ben Brereton into the starting 11. We'll go through properly here. Have I put that up so you can see it? Yes, I have. So Schofield in goal for Huddersfield. The excellent fullbacks, Toffolo and Pippa. Edmonds, Green and Sarr. So settled back four still for Huddersfield. O'Brien, Hogg, Eiting. Settled central midfield. And Benza, Campbell, Bakuna. Settled right the way through the team. Just missing Josh Karoma there up on the front left. For Blackburn, Kaminski in goal. Nyambi, Lenihan, Ayala and Bell. Tribal, Johnson, Rothwell, Elliott, Armstrong, Brereton. So no Gallagher, but Dak on the bench again. Let's have a look at some of your comments really, really quickly. What do we got here? Evening, Ben. Like the new layout. Thank you very, very much. Burnley takeover happening. Wouldn't be surprised if they come fishing for championship players in January. They've done it before, haven't they? Burnley and West Ham pilfering the championship. Zhao and Richards, late fitness test tomorrow. One could be fit. It'd be very, very good news. Love the new setting. Thank you very much. Hopefully everything's looking good. If anyone's seen this goal, Alex says the ball from Palmer from deep was superb. What have we got here? Annie says, now, Borough have totally dominated. The stats say otherwise. Interesting. Owen says, Ben, I'm confident for tonight. Players who want to get revenge on Stoke after. Oh, of course, yeah. It was Stoke that were the team against Forest on that ridiculous last game of the season, wasn't it? Where the swing of all swings occurred. I might get to see the Callum Patterson goal in just a second. One goal conceded in 6 games since Bielik came in. He's immense. One of the best in the division, no doubt. As I always say, Lewis, give me your top 5. Give me a top 5 there. But he's been fantastic. Derby had an XG of 3.5. Yeah. Obviously, a penalty is 0.77 and the keeper dropping the ball 6 yards from the goal. But you'll take it, won't you? You will take it. And 4-0 away is 4-0 away. So beautiful stuff. Can you look at the Derby stats? Of course. Let's actually have a look. Lewis was talking about it, wasn't it? What have we got? Has that win already gone up? Yes. There you go. So Derby, let me throw it up there. 53 on the possession. 9 shots on target to 1. Wow. Ouch, as Wayne Rooney's just appeared on my screen. 7 corners to 2, 3 big chances to 0. Yeah, it's a comfortable win, that one, isn't it? Rooney, Mr. Core. Mr. Core is here. Sensational. Am I doing a watch long? Double bill tomorrow. Bournemouth and Brentford and Swansea and Reading. If Norwich lose, and Wednesday, Wycombe Forest and Rotherham will win, I'll make up my own dare. Well, there you go. Just hope we score 4 goals away from home in my lifetime. I'm trying to think when Ipswich have ever managed to do that. Jay has paid £2 in a super chat to apologise for raging. It's okay. This is the natural response from football fans, the rage to a 4-0 home defeat. But thank you, Jay. Very, very kind. Let's just bung that up. At the bottom, you can super chat at any point in the broadcast. Helps us out big style. Thank you, Jay. Very, very kind. O'Dowda out till the end of Jan. He'd been playing quite... I didn't realise he was only 25, actually, Josh. Been playing well. May force Holden's hand to bring Palmer back from Swansea. Do they have the recall clause? What else have we got here? What a win for the Rams. Absolutely. 4-0 away wins. They don't come around very often unless you're Man City or some Champions League team or something. Kai Gordon. Oh, did he get on? Sensational. Let me just have a look at that. 89 minutes. Kai Gordon. Lovely stuff. If Reading win tomorrow, do you think Reading have a chance for top 6 with or without our big players? They've got a chance for top 6. Just need them back sooner or later. Even with the big players, it's a tough old... It would be a hell of an achievement for Paunovic, even with all of the big players. But yeah, certainly more chance with them without. Not the first time Birmingham have conceded 4 at home. Flashbacks to Borough. I don't rage, I just kick the cat. Brutal. Brutal. Right. 10 minutes to go. Tweet leads. They're 5-0 up. So anyway, we got disrupted. We were going to look at the teams in the other games. I must stop chewing while I'm doing this. Shocking form. Let's have a look at Luton and Bristol City's teams. Josh was touting Jeju for a start there. He's on the bench again, Mr. Super Sub. For Luton there, Sluga, Pearson, Lockyer, Bradley, Norrington, Davis, Ray, Mpanzu, Dewsbury Hall, Tony Cliff and Cornick, with James Collins up top for the Hatters. For Bristol City, Bentley in goal, Hunt, Viner. I thought Viner was going to be out. That's good news for Bristol City. Hunt, Viner, Callis, Rowe, Masengo, Naj, and Backinson. I've not seen that configuration before. Semenyo, Martin, and Wells. I have seen that configuration. A fair old time. What do you think of Rooney's audition for the job so far? Very good. Very, very good indeed. David says, what makes it so bad is he set up a defensive formation, still conceding so many. Karanka was meant to make us defensive and boring. Where's the defensive part? No, not good. I do think you need to look at the players as well. But obviously, Karanka is ultimately responsible, but the keeper has thrown in 2 goals in the last couple of home games. Rooney needs to go to the hair clinic. Well, we can afford it, can't he? Where shall we go next? Let's have a look at another of the 745s. Norwich and QPR. Do QPR have the slightest hope in hell in this one? Well, we'll find out. There's your Norwich team there. McGovern, Aarons, Hanley, Zimmerman, Sorensen, Skip, McLean, Buendia, Vrancic at number 10 and Campbell, and Pookie up top. Super strong, whoever they put out. Norwich, Quintia on the bench and Gibson as well. So some of these injured players involved again now. A lot of them back now. I'm trying to think who's actually out now for Norwich. I'm sure someone will tell me in the chat. QPR, Dieng, Kane, Dickey, Barbe, Hammerlinen, Cameron, Bull, Samuel, Carroll, Chair, Dykes. That's going to be open against Norwich. Although they did go toe-to-toe with Brentford for a fair while. The chat is telling me it's 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. Wow. 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 Sensational. Hamza, £2 super chat. Only the elite teams get walloped at home. Sensational. Wow. Right, we'll pop to the Sheffield Wednesday game. Any second. Cameron Jerome has scored for MK Dons, a championship stalwart. Cameron Jerome. So here comes the confirmation that Sheffield Wednesday are indeed 2-0 up. Barry Bannon assisting for Liam Shaw. And look at that, 2 shots on target, 2 goals, 2 big chances. Warnock will be furious with that, absolutely furious. But 2-0, none the less. Right, I need to do some updating here. So 2-0 to Wednesday. We can throw that up. We're just starting to see the Forest team has been thrown up on Sky. There's Samba, Krissy, Figueiredo, Worrell, Ribeiro, Yates, Sal, Knockout, Cafu, Amiobi, and Graben up top. So the big name in there is the return of Knockout, I guess, but we'll bring that up on the screen so you can see it. Let's just have a look at some of the comments. Todd, Emmy, and Tamu. First name terms, James. What a dream team. Yeah, very good. There's the Forest team. Oh, and we'll do it on the screen in a minute, my friend. Every chance Borough win, to be fair. Ever the optimist there, Jim? Get in, says Carl. Happy days. Geez, I'd love a United equaliser against Burnley. Starting to feel we've given too much of a head start to the teams around us as a Fulham fan. Yes, looks like Burnley will definitely pull clear over recent weeks. The Big Lebowski is here, like Placheta or Hernandez. Yeah, that was raised the other day. I'm the dude. The balance of that, is there that runner, that that dribbler, really pacey player? Obviously, Cantwell and Buendia are excellent dribblers, but they're not a flyer. Oh, so I know exactly what you mean. And there are those players to come back: Hernandez, Krul, and Placheta. But like we just pointed out, are Hernandez and Placheta really nailed on starters? Probably not, are they? And that's such is the strength that Norwich have got. QPR have just tweeted that they are underway. Can I rage at Warburton and the owners? Hey, we believe in freedom of speech here. You can say what you like. Just don't insult anybody. There's no need. Not that you're going to, sure. West Brom have had 25% possession and 2 shots against Leeds. Not good. Norwich 5-0 tonight. Hey, could be a long night for Rangers, couldn't it? Love to be a fly on the wall in the Borough dressing room. And have they reached half-time there yet, George? If they haven't, they must be close. 44 minutes up and 12 seconds in that one. Quintilla's on the bench, James. So he is indeed back for Norwich. Joe Allen starts. We'll get on to that as well. Norwich old guard doing the business at MK. Yes, Russ Martin is the manager there. Ben, how good do you think Josh Viak could become? Still young, but has great talent. Yeah, I mean, you just have to look at it one step at a time, Lewis. And I think he can be the first thing he's got to do is become a competitive and good championship player and then take it from there. So first season in the country, young guy, he's doing fine. Evening to Ryan. Where'd you get your desk, mate? It's epic. Isn't it epic? He says, nearly swinging his hand away and knocking a glass of red wine over it. Any plan on attending any live games? What if I apply? Not for a couple of weeks. I might be at Watford in a couple of weeks. That's nice and easy for me to get to. And they've given me accreditation before. Only 8 on the bench for City, to Jeffrey. Give me that injured list, Jeffrey. I'm sure you've got it, haven't you? So many injuries there in that one. Let's just have a look. Where else have we got to look for our 745s that we have not already? Let me bring that up. It's a live league table. Really, only Wednesday are leading. So, and Derby have already won. So, nice little gap there for Derby. They were bottom. 5-6 games ago, Derby, weren't they? So, lovely little run there. Right, where should we go? Let's do Wycombe Cardiff, which we have not done yet. There's your Wycombe team. Allsop, Grimmer, Tafazoli gets a start. Knight and Jacobson. No Charles or Stewart in there. Wheeler, Thompson, Mehmeti. So lots of changes here for Wickham. McClary, Ikpeazu starts up top for Wickham. Horgan in there on the left. So I'm sure someone will check for me. That looks like 4 changes possibly for Wickham. For Cardiff, less so. Mark Harris comes back in. Smithies, Bakuna, Morrison, Nelson, Bennett, Wilson, Rules, Will Volks from the halfway line, ladies and gentlemen. Shea, Ojo, Glatzel, Harris up top. What else have we got? Have I done all of them, guys? Who have I missed out? There's always one, isn't there? Rotherham. Actually, there's 2. We do Preston and Cov first. And Preston going to a back 3. That doesn't sound like Alex Neil to me. Rudd in goal for Preston. Huntington, Davis, Hughes, Earl and Fisher wide. Brown, Gallagher, Johnson. That makes sense on paper, that formation, actually, doesn't it? Bark, Hazen and Maguire. So still, even though they've signed Emil Rees and Jaden Stockley, no striker really in there. And how many of the contract 4 are playing? Johnson, Brown and Davies with Pearson injured. So 3 of the Preston 4 are playing out of contract at the end of the season, coming up January. Now, there is your Cov team. Still no Morosi, so Wilson in goal. Ostigard, McFadzean, Hyam, Darbo and Giles, wing-backs, so McCallum on the bench there. Hamer, Sheaf, Allen, Kelly's injured, isn't he? O'Hare and Godden up top. And I've got one more to go. Rotherham and Barnsley. How fit these Rotherham players are, we do not know after COVID and not particularly being able to train on their waterlogged training ground. There we go. Let's get it up. I should have predicted the Barnsley team. I bet I could have done it. It's the same every week, isn't it? Half time at Wednesday. Borough trail by 2. Tweets the Borough Twitter. Johansson in goal, so still in over Blackman. Wiles and Harding fullbacks, Ehekwa and Wood. Josephson, Barlassa, Lindsay and Olasunde. I say Wiles is a fullback. Of course, he's a central midfielder, but filling in there. Vassell in over Michael Smith, I guess, and Ladapo returns up top. For Barnsley, Walton, Solbauer, Hellick, Anderson, same every week. Britton Styles, same every week. James and Mowat, the same. We get the odd change in the front 3. Woodrow, Adebayo, and Freesa up top. Full-time, Brighton 0, Arsenal 1 in the Premier League as well. And Southampton 0, West Ham 0. Let's go to your comments. And I'm sure the action will start to flow very, very soon. What have we got here? Hamza says, considering this time last year we were above Leeds in the table, it's crazy the stark difference between the 2 clubs today. A little investment and actual identity can go the long way. Agreed. Agreed indeed. Kicked off at Luton and at Preston. Thanks, Anir. I wonder how some of those Allardyce fans are feeling right about now. Well, play the long game, I guess, but losing 5-0 at home is never the one, is it? Let's just get the other games. Buendia wriggles through, but Dieng repels his shot at the near post. We expected that to be the pattern, didn't we? Let me just get some of these other games going on the ticker down the bottom so we can just keep tabs with everything. Norwich, QP, well, I'll leave that up on the screen so you can see it. Keep your comments coming, guys, as they show old Lewis grabbing goals on Sky. Let's add these on to the screen. Who have we got? We've got Huddersfield 0, Blackburn 0. We've got Norwich 0, QPR 0. We've got Preston 0, Coventry 0. We've got Rotherham 0, Barnsley 0, Wickham 0, Cardiff 0, and I'll put up Stoke and Forest. Haven't kicked off yet, so it goes without saying that is 0-0. And by modern technology, there they are on the bottom of the screen. All of our games ticking along there. I think all our Premier League ones are done. Indeed. What have we got here? 1-0 Barnsley, says Ryan. Yes, we predicted an away win in this one. Barnsley in great form. And yes, they have taken the lead. I wonder. Great move, great goal, says the Barnsley Twitter. Are they going to give me the goal scorer? Coyle Woodrow is the goal scorer for Barnsley. I wonder if I can get this iPad a bit more in my line of sight. There you go. That's not in anybody's way other than mine, is it? Actually, I'm trying to put it over. Sorry. New setup here. I'm banging in a clattering. Just trying to figure out where everything should go. Is that going to stay there? Tremendous. There we go. So if I look there, that's the iPad. If I look there, that's the TV. Woodrow, the goal scorer for Barnsley. Let's get that one updated. Rotherham with a bit of a tricky week, and they are behind already to a goal from Coyle Woodrow. Let's go to some more comments. Warnock's been booked at half-time at Hillsborough. Yes, he's probably not a happy chappy. Jeju has been carrying a knock, so can only play 30 minutes max. Interesting. Has been in decent form, hasn't he? Ben's electric bill must be massive. Stop it. Yeah. It is, let's just say. It really, really is. Sadar Durson commenting on Derby's social media post, and his wife posted on Instagram about moving to England, top scorer in Bundesliga. Interesting. Conspiracy theorists will be all over that. Kieran asks about yes, should be double billing it tomorrow night. The two really, really good games. Bournemouth and Brentford, Swansea and Reading. Wonder what Pulis is thinking. I'm sure someone will get an interview out of him very, very soon, unless they've got some kind of press gag on him. So in the 7:45s, Barnsley, the only goal. Woodrow after 8 minutes in that one. In the 5:30, Birmingham 0, Derby 4. Ouch. Sheffield Wednesday are at half-time in the 7 p.m. 2-0 up over Borough. Interesting. We are going to see the Barnsley goal, courtesy of Sky. Played in from the right into the 10 position, slid through, touch and finish. Lovely goal. Cut right through the middle of them. Let me just bring that up so I can tell you who played that decisive ball through. It was Alex Mowat. Surprise. And he's out of contract at the end of the season, isn't he? Took the year option on Mowat. I suspect there will be some bids for Alex Mowat in January. Lovely ball through there. Coyle Woodrow, he signed a new contract at the start of the season. The only way is up, baby, for you and me now. What do you reckon to Sheffield United's chances of staying up? Massively slim, Luke. I wouldn't be betting any of your money on it. So basically, they need to play like a upper mid-table team now to even even survive? Should we answer that question properly, actually? Let's answer it properly, and I'll give you an actual forecast for how good Sheffield United would need to be, having been so bad. What's going on at Huddersfield? Substitution after 11 minutes. So someone's injured. Holtby in for Tribal. So, yes, he must be injured. So, some basic maths. If a point per game keeps you up, then that means Sheffield United would need 38 points for the season. So they need another 36 points from their remaining 22 games. So 1.6 points per game, which over the season would be a 61-point finish in the Premier League. So probably, I don't know, 7th or 8th or so. Basically need to be the 7th or 8th best team in the league to stay up by very, very basic maths. And that's even not including the fact that, you know, Burnley are in good form. Look, Burnley got 10 points from the last 5, for goodness sakes. And Brighton, look, if they can suck a Brighton in, that's the hope for one of the bottom 3. But yeah, Sheffield United, maybe not so much. But yeah, that would be my detailed answer. Bannon booked after the whistle as well. Bannon and Warnock in a fight. I'd pay to watch that, wouldn't you? Carlton Morris, yes, big links. Carlton Morris from Norwich to Barnsley. He's been on loan. MK, is that right, Liam? You'd know. Fantastic first half from the Owls. Can't wait for whatever excuses. Lovely stuff. Love a Warnock excuse. Entertaining. City have been on top so far. That's Luton versus Bristol City. Can Forest do it on a cold winter's Tuesday night in Stoke? They are about to kick off. So this is half SuperStream, half watch along. Although, to be honest, it's probably 3/4 SuperStream. And I'll just keep my eye, being there's so much else going on. Brentford, Bournemouth, hard to predict. Barnsley are 2-0 up. It's 2-0 to Barnsley. They've scored a second after 15 minutes. Barnsley, we said it might be a hard night for Rotherham, and that is indeed proving to be the case. Same as Derby at Birmingham, 2 up very early in the game. We should get a look at that goal on Sky Sports in a little bit. It's 2-0 to Barnsley. If anyone's got the goal scorer in the chat, do let me know. Barnsley probably about 15 minutes gone there, and they're 2-0 up already. SofaScore have got it. And speaking of devil, Alex Mowat has an assist and a goal within 15 minutes. And probably high-end championship team's going to be looking at a bid there with his contract running down. They've kicked off at at Stoke. Stoke versus Forest. Dave, with an interesting picture. Win, lose or draw. I'm Sheffield Wednesday for a life. Game abandoned at Harrogate due to snow. No undersoil heating at Harrogate. Barnsley helping out Wednesday for once. Yes, they are actually. Here comes Stoke. We'll just have a look at this. Nick Powell's coming away down the right-hand side. Knocks that off to Smith. Back into Collins. I've seen so much of Stoke recently. I can tell you exactly who all their players are. And the move breaks down. Oh, they've got it in the box. Actually, now Samba is going to catch that one offside. Only concern is our bench seems to be all attacking players, says Alex. Done okay. Can't see him starting many matches for Barnsley. No, they do develop players, though. Talking about Carlton Morris. Yes, 2-0 Reds. Boom. Indeed. Promotion party at Hillsborough. Who's coming? League One's tricky, Harry. I know, isn't it? I just right. We're about to see the second goal. Switch of play to Styles. He knocks it inside. It's a lovely goal. Mowat, first time, left foot curling away from the corner. Brilliant stuff from Barnsley. They are 2-0 up. Let's bring up a live league table because I wonder if Barnsley are going to be like 8th or something. Yes, I've done this before, haven't I? They just keep winning as it stands. And obviously that takes into account the fact that Stoke are level, Bristol City are level, Borough are losing, Blackburn are level, etc. Barnsley will be going in to 8th position, and they are on a hell of a run, Barnsley. 5 wins in 7 from them. Excellent stuff. Burton 3, Wigan 3 in League 1. Big game. There you go. Wenlock Young team. 10 minutes to go. I'm just seeing one of the goals here. Parried out. Am I back into the box and knocked home by Kyle? No, not by Carl Joseph. I'm about to see Carl Joseph's hat-trick goal for Wigan. And Luton have taken the lead on 17 minutes. It's 1-0 to Luton. We will find out the goal scorer imminently. Luton at the Kenny. It's a hard old place to go. And for some reason, I don't have them on the list there. You just made the list. Luton 1, Bristol City 0. And what's the Luton Twitter going to tell me, guys? That looks like Glenn Ray. Yes. And there he is in all his glory. What a finish that is. Luton lead on 17 minutes. Glenn Ray is the goal scorer there. 1-0 Luton. Let's just bring up the live league table. We're not going to bring up the live league table because Preston have scored as well. A whole slew of goals. We'll wait to see them. Preston 1-0 up as well. Preston scoring in the 18th minute. It is Preston 1, Coventry 0. The goals are flying in now in our 7:45s. We've already had 2 at Barnsley. At Rotherham for Barnsley. We've had 1 at Preston and 1 at Luton. Let me try and organise these scores so we get the full times all in the correct place. So I'll try and talk and work at the same time. Let's throw that in there. Sheffield Wednesday was a 7 p.m, wasn't it? You lot can check my handiwork when this all scrolls at the bottom and tell me how many mistakes I've made. And believe me, there's always a mistake. Never too far away. Right, I think, is that correct now? Full times there. Haven't missed any, have I? I think we're looking good there. Is that easier to read? Down the bottom, guys. Hopefully, we're going to get to see the Preston goal and the Luton goal. Is the chat going to tell me who scored the Preston goal? Preston winning. Preston 1-0. Thanks, Preston. Who's the goal scorer, guys? Brilliant volley from Ray, says Anir. And, Tony Cotty, poor bugger, looks freezing. Let's have a look. Dan Johnson, corner swung in. And, lovely finish, yeah. They just leave Ray on his own, goes over everyone's head. And Ray, cushion volley with the right foot there. It's like Callis kind of comes off him and gets sucked in to challenge for the ball. If he'd stood still, maybe he would have just headed that away. Ray volleys it in with the right foot. And yes, Dan Johnson is the goal scorer. Glenn Ray, outstanding volley v Bristol City. So Preston lead as well. Should we try and bring a live league table up? We're going to get to see the Preston goal. And of course, one of the contract 4 has scored it. There's a live league table, by the way. I'll just talk about the Preston goal for a second. Dan Johnson on 18. Coventry have got it in their left back area. Played into deep central midfield. Robbed there. I think Barkhazen plays it on. And Johnson turns inside. Doesn't celebrate. Looks like he's lost the tenner rather than scored a goal. His marker throws himself down, makes it easy for him, and Johnson sticks it in with the left foot. Dewsbury Hall with the assist. You don't want me to sing that stupid climbing up on Dewsbury Hall, dum, 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 which now that's in my head, isn't it? Never mention that player. Deary me. Cardiff back in the bottom half. Let's have a look actually at that table. Yes, indeed. Cardiff dropping into the bottom half, although they are playing Wycombe. So every chance they can bump up to 32. The big winners at the moment, Barnsley will be going up to 8th. Preston up to 11th. Sheffield Wednesday will go to 22nd, which means Rotherham started the day outside of the bottom 3, and they're going to be second bottom with Forest winning and Sheffield Wednesday, Forest drawing and Derby winning. Let me get this right. And Sheffield Wednesday currently winning as well. Lee Hendry's having a good chat about what's happening at Carrow Road. No goals. Norwich 0, QPR 0. Norwich can go with Swansea playing tomorrow, and Bournemouth and Brentford and Watford and Reading. Well, Watford not playing at all. Norwich the only team in the top 6 playing. I am right in saying that. They can go, blimey, 8 points clear with, go to 46. 7 points clear. James Vaughan has scored for Tranmere. He seems to have been around forever. The Wednesday second half is going to feel 10 hours long, especially if Borough score, isn't it? Yeah, it depends if Borough get one. Don't mind holding a 2-goal lead. One would be a different. If this was Ipswich, they'd concede in like the 47th minute or something. Sombalonga always seems to get a goal. And yes, confirmation, thanks. But the Dan Johnson game, and we have heard about the lack of undersoil heating at Harrogate. KDH, such a good player, not KDB. Dewsbury Hall, hey? Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Borough 1, 49th minute. So let's just bring up Jim's comment from about a minute ago and Alex's, depends if they get a goal back. Borough have scored 4 minutes into the second half. That is not good news. Look, Borough, kiss of death. It wasn't me, I promise. Wednesday concede. Come on, guys, ye of little hope. But Borough have scored. If it's a Sombalonga, then it's definitely Jim's fault. Was he playing? Duncan Watmore is the goal scorer on 49 for Borough. Forest have got a corner. I'll just take a look at this. Figueiredo up in the middle of the box, up in the air. Bursic catches, 10 minutes gone at Stoke, 0-0. As I'm sure Michael O'Neill and Chris Houghton love a 0-0, don't they? So our most recent goal there, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Borough 1, which changes that game state greatly there and piles the pressure on Wednesday, doesn't it? 49th minute goal there. Duncan Watmore is the scorer. Can't wait to get you. I'll do that first thing in the morning, John. I can't wait to watch it, actually. I've seen the goals. Butte from Alioski in off the post. A very strange young goal. But yeah, I will give you my views tomorrow morning on that one, John. Come on, Borough, says Lewis with his Derby hat on. The question is, who goes down with Rotherham and Wycombe? Well, you're allowed to say that, John. I'm not going to, but that might well be the question, isn't it? Yes, tomorrow night, Liam. Brentford, Bournemouth at 5:30. Swansea, Reading at 8. Should we double bill it? I might need a little 5-minute break in between. Second half will be as long as the Derby takeover. Tremendous stuff. Comment of the day. Iain agrees, sadly, with the Rotherham and Wickham analysis. Once again, Callum Patterson at fault for the goal. Alex has gone in two-footed on Callum Patterson there. 62% possession for Bristol City and one shot. Never a good combination. Borough were 12-1 to win at half-time. Bit of Bits would have been all over that, wouldn't he, eh? The Bitsmeister. I tipped Wickham, Rotherham and Wednesday to go down. Spot on so far. Well, indeed. Right. It's quietened down a little bit. Let's have a look at Stoke and Forest. Although, surprise, surprise, the ball is dead as we go in there. I think Vokes climbing or Joe Allen, who's starting, goes in a bit late on Cyrus Christie. Not Linford or Malcolm. Remember Malcolm Christie? Cyrus Christie. 12 minutes gone in that Stoke Forest game. That was an 8 o'clock kickoff. Leeds won 5-0, Ben. I happy? I'm sure you are. Patterson is slower than Darren Purse. Darren Purse gets a mention on the SuperStream tonight. This is the Championship Tuesday SuperStream. Lots of games going on. We've already had full times there. Birmingham 0, Derby 4, West Brom 0, Leeds 5. Burnley 1, Sheffield United lose again 0. We are into the second half of Sheffield Wednesday 2, Borough 1. Wednesday were 2-0 up. Borough getting a goal back 4 minutes into the second half, which is making our Wednesday friends in the chat a bit tetchy. Huddersfield 0, Blackburn 0, Norwich 0, QPR 0. Preston 1, Coventry 0, Dan Johnson on 18, I think. Rotherham 0, Barnsley 2. Hard week for Rotherham, and they're 2-0 down in about 15 minutes or so. Woodrow and Mowat. Wickham 0, Cardiff 0, Stoke 0, Forest 0 is an 8 p.m. In fact, should we be really efficient here? And we'll put Stoke 0, Forest 0 at the end because it is an 8 p.m. Although I don't think I copy-pasted that. That wasn't clever. I've got to type it again. Right, I'm going to see the goal now from Hillsborough. Thrown in. Who's that? 5. It's Morsey, isn't it? I think Sammy Morsey just, too strong for Callum Patterson. Cuts it back. And Duncan Watmore is having a great season, isn't he? It's a free transfer. I think he's got a new contract as well. Warnock doing a great job. Rehabilitating Duncan Watmore's career. Highly thought of young player at Sunderland. And he is our most recent scorer. Corner for Forest. Oh, chance. Wow. I thought Joe Worrell was going to be able to pop that in at the back post. Corner goes all the way across from the left-hand side. I'm guessing it would be Knockaert taking that. Yes. No touch. And that's good defending, actually, by Nick Powell. He just makes the challenge on Worrell. Oh, there is a flick, to be fair, on the near post. And Powell, does enough to put Worrell off. It's another corner, so maybe you got a touch on it as well. Let's just keep an eye on this. In it goes, flicked away by a Stoke player. Amiobi tries to recycle. Amiobi's done well, actually. Worrell's got it again. Worrell crosses. Oh, and I tell you what, they know how to defend Stoke, don't they? Big Figueiredo on the back post. I think, was it Chester? Headed it away. Another cross goes in. Falls to Yates. Big deflection. Handball shout. All going on here. Knockaert tries to recycle. Knockaert in to Cafu, who clips that in. Surely that's Bursix, and he makes the catch. Interesting little phase of play there in the game between Forest and Stoke. Forest putting some pressure on. It's never a handball. I think it might have been Suter. He turned his body towards the play. His arm was right bang in line with the rest of his body. So definitely not deliberate or arming unnatural position. Oh, chance for Stoke. Who would have thought this one would have been an exciting attacking one? Sam Vokes on the near post trying to force it in So Brown lays it off. Smith crosses. Nice effort by Vokes. Comfortable enough save for Samba, but he has to just help that around the post. Should we go to your comments? Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Jim, a super chat, and I can drink to that tonight. Should we do it? Although, if we had a goal at Wycombe, wow. Tonight is sponsored by, Stoke have just scored. I took my eye off the screen. Head honcho, Cabernet Sauvignon. Stoke must have scored from the set play, so all nail on now. A 1-0 win for Stoke. Go and slap your money on it. They never concede any goals, and they won't be bothered about scoring another one. Corner in from the left. Oh, it's a horrible goal. So Graben's on the near post. It pretty much goes straight in from the corner. Why does Graben not header that? Let's have another look. In it goes. Oh, God. I don't know whether Graben thinks Samba is going to catch it. I think it's going to go down as a Samba own goal, is it? But Lewis Graben should head that away on the near post. Weird. Very, very weird. Stoke as well. We got it. Right, let's just update these because we've got a goal for Wycombe as well. Who scored for Wycombe? Did someone say Ryan Tafazoli? Stoke lead against Forest. Wycombe lead against Cardiff. And I just wanted to bring up Iain's comment because I think he framed it quite well. Wycombe haven't scored. Have they not? Deary me. We'll take that off. I was going on the... Oh, yes, they have. Yeah, Wycombe are 1-0 up. Apparently so. So tells, Sky Bet. And, I'm about to see the goal. So they've definitely scored. Tafazoli on 33 minutes gives Wycombe the lead at Adams Park. Let's have a look at this goal. Corner. It's a poor one from a Cardiff point of view. Flat corner. Not really much bend on it. Tafazoli doesn't really have to make a run. Standing jump, just heads it in on the back post. The camera has, I think, rightly gone on to Lewis Graben rather than Breeze Samba in the Sky coverage at Stoke. I don't know why he doesn't just head that corner away. Jordan Thompson's been credited with the goal. He obviously took the corner, so you'd rather see that than any type of own goal. But yes. Right, let's have a look at your comments. What have we got? QPR currently defining low block with their football. I didn't think Warburton had it in him, honestly, chappers. What else have we got here? Am I doing Wednesday versus Derby on New Year's Day? Let me have a look at the whiteboard. The whiteboard does indeed say Championship preview, 10:30 a.m. If that happens, I'm a Dutchman's uncle. And Wednesday Derby, 5:30. That's the plan, Lewis. Fingers crossed it'll happen. I'm just seeing the... Oh, dear. Horrible mistake by Lewis Graben. That, hoping to please the football gods by backing the Bloom. Yes, I was about to drink to you, Jim, and then about 10 goals went in. There we go. And Thomas is doing my bidding for me. Brilliant. Hit the like button. Help our boy out. Thank you, Thomas. Brilliant bunch of you lot here. Want to see the channel do well, which is great. Couldn't do it without you. As good as Bannon is with his footwork and from a dead ball situation, he really doesn't put any effort into stopping the opposition. No. I guess... he used to put himself about, didn't he, Bannon, when he was younger? But I guess a player of his stature would just pick up so many injuries. Remember Donny Williams, who's at Charlton now, used to come on loan at Ipswich, and he used to put himself about and just get himself injured all the time. So maybe he's realised. Iain says, horrific night for us. Well, Iain, I hate to labour your pain, but I want to explore what you've said because I agree. Look away now. Free kick to Forest. This is going in the box. Get it in the box. Get it in the mixer. Good book, that. The Mixer. Michael Cox. Give that a read. Let me just see this free kick out. Looking for Worrell on the back post. I think Worrell is, he's fouled his man. So, Iain is a Rotherham fan, and he says horrific night. Look, Wycombe winning. Wednesday winning. Forest are losing, but Derby have already won. Rotherham, I mean, if this stays the same, Rotherham could be heading from outside of the bottom three to bottom within the next game. But look, a lot of water to go under, a lot of bridges yet. You can see Stoke taking the lead will put them up into the top 6 above Reading if that stays the same. I keep joking that Stoke are perpetually 7th. Well, at the moment they're 6th. Can they stay there? I wonder. Let's have a look at your comments. We keep in touch. Right. Lewis Graven asking, who's covering the front pot? What, just as the ball flies past his head into the goal? Yeah. The story of the match so far, I follow shows of replay, just big chances underway. You'd think Norwich would have made enough money over the recent years to have, like Derby have got good TV channel, haven't they? Have their own TV feed for that. But there you go. 32 minutes for Wednesday to hold on. Indeed. Hamza's back to scout his opponents from next season, not confident of staying up with West Brom. How have we not scored? Martin hits the underside of the bar for Bristol City. Todd Cantwell just tried to make a cynical tackle and failed. It should be yellow even if they don't make it. I've seen that happen, Noah. It's the most Ipswich thing I've ever seen, where I can't remember who the player was or who we were playing, but one of the Ipswich players, there was a counter-attack, tried to make the tactical foul and pull the guy back, failed to do it, and the counter-attack still went on. They didn't score, but then the ref went back and still booked him anyway. So, dearie me. Yeah, I mean, now the things can only get better. Name the astrophysicist in that band, yeah. If I hit the like button, you lose a tick. What does that mean? Always hit the like button. There's the Bristol City injured list. Baker, Mawson, Williams, Walsh, Vine, Patterson, O'Dowd. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. James is a Cantwell fan. There we go. Good player. Viner's playing, Anir, isn't he? I thought. Let me double check that one. Look at this Bristol City team. I'm pretty sure Viner's playing. Yeah, Viner's not injured. He's playing, Anir. I thought you were watching the game. De Silva as well. There you go. Can you see one or more of Derby, Forest or Wednesday getting relegated? It would be some League One next season if they do. Not more than one of them. I think a lot of people are coming around to this narrative that it may well be Rotherham, Wycombe. Coventry might be able to get themselves clear, which means that then you're looking at, will a QPR drop like a stone or Birmingham drop like a stone? And then it could be one of those 3 big clubs as well. Or Coventry, of course. Be boring if the 3 League One promoted teams went down, wouldn't it? Shocking. This new angle. Yeah, David, I want to get like a shirt. It requires something. I think how can I point? There. Can I do it? I'm doing it reverse on the camera. Has there been a goal in the Norwich game? Lee Hendry's going crazy. Yeah. I think hanging a framed shirt or something like that might work. Charlie wants to say thank you for shirt donations and purchases. Lovely stuff, Charlie. Good cause as well. What's the email, Charles? Put it in the stream for me. And then I won't have to go to the other screen. Even if it was affordable, fans would go, whoa, are they spending all that money on telly? It's good. He's written that in Norwich dialect. I like it when people tweet in Scottish. I find that quite funny, actually. Birmingham dropping like a caranker in concrete overshows. Well, they are. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get it forward, boy. Get rid of it. Do you think Holden gets a free hit this season as long as we drop like a stone? I do, Liam. I do. I think if you're going to bring in someone inexperienced and then not give them any chance to get experience, it's silly. So I do think you're right. There you go. There's Charlie's links there. Follow that. Swansea win tomorrow against Reading. I did predict it, but we got some optimistic Reading fans thinking one of Zhao or Maite may return. Chair was 1-on-1 and we just hit the post. Imagine that. Imagine that. Norwich getting away with one at home. Hey? In it goes. Let's have a look at the Stoke Forest game. 27 minutes gone. Stoke 1-0 up in this one. And all the Forest players in their own half showing no signs of getting that equaliser back from what I can see. Smith to Collins to Suter. Bit pedestrian this. Long one forward and straight through to Breeze Samba, who was a bit stitched up, wasn't he, by Lewis Grabban on that near post for the corner. Right, let's get the banner back up. Hopefully we're all up to date in our early kickoffs. Birmingham 0, Derby 4. The dearly departed up in the Premier League. West Brom 0, Leeds 5. Burnley 1. Sheffield United 0. As Forest get the ball into the box and win a corner. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Borough 1 in the 7 p.m. Let me just do a quick check on that. I think we're coming up about 70 minutes in the 7 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, let's bring it up on the other screen. So 67-54 up on that one. Has Warnock made any subs? Yes. Assombalonga in. Tavernier in as Borough chase the equaliser. What's quite helpful if you're not watching the game is that attack momentum graph there, which has a lot of the second half going to Borough. I can probably flesh that out a little bit more. Yeah, 4 shots to 1, 69% possession to Borough in the second half, 1 big chance and obviously a goal. So they are indeed turning the screw. Borough. Let's go back to your comments. I love the thumbnail of you, Ben. It's my favourite. It's silly, isn't it? There we go. Are the Sheffield Wednesday owners foreigners? I think they appointed Pulis. They thought it spelt Bielsa. Yes. Here comes Stoke. Played out wide to, I think, McLean. Cuts inside, crosses it on his right. Oh, nice recycle by... Oh, how has that not gone in? Smith. Well, I think it may have gone out of play, which is going to spare the blushes of... Who was that in the middle? Was it Powell, who completely missed his kick? Oh, no. He was offside. Yeah, horrible air shot there by Nick Powell. No more goals coming up there. Sam said the Liverpool draw gave them loads of confidence. Deary me. Yeah. That'll have run out, won't it? McGovern looks injured for Norwich. No way. When's Krull back? He's not back on the bench, is he? I think he's ready to go, but they need to get through this game, don't they, with a fit goalkeeper. Daniel Barden is indeed on the bench for them Canaries. Looking grim for McGovern right now. McGovern is injured. Ouch. Norwich goalkeeper went to dive and fell down like he'd been shot. Doesn't look good. Well, fingers crossed for Mike McGovern. But as someone of the Nodge persuasion, I can say I've heard that form of dialect more than a few times. Yeah, not that different to the Ipswich dialect. Half time, looking comfortable. When can I start getting excited? Be excited already, Eli. Barnsley looking like they're going to go into 8th. Sensational. Come on, Blackburn, said Perfect Lemming. When you win against a team who are doing well. That's brutal, Alex. That own goal epitomised Sawyers. I like Sawyers. That's tremendous. Whoever's set that up, that's comment of the day. That's Lewis Graben in the feed. Why did no one head the goddamn ball? Excellent work, whoever that. Excellent work, Mr. Graben. Half time, Norwich 0, QPR 0. Can they get the goalie out for the second half? Deary me. At close to halfway, who are your 3 promoted, relegated? Let's put that to the chat. 3 promoted, 3 relegated for David. Iain is watching Rotherham. Really grim. Lots of effort and commitment. 0 threat. Even less quality. Not good. Last 10 minutes of the half, we were all over them somehow. Remember, this is Norwich in the Championship. They will punish you. Under 18 could come in at half time. McGovern does not look good. So is that reserve goalkeeper? Is he a youngster? Daniel Barden. I don't know anything about him. He is 19 years old and Welsh. He's going to be 20 in about 5 days. His birthday's on New Year's Day. All is quiet on New Year's Day. Liam says, what if we completely fall off a cliff? Do you think anything will change because we can't get relegated? If you completely fall off a cliff and there's like, I don't know, 1 win in 14 or something, then yeah, they'll do something. We're talking Bristol City. Obviously, Hamza is answering David's question, I believe. Norwich, Bournemouth, Brentford, Wycombe, Rotherham. Birmingham to go down. Interesting. Hal says Brentford, Norwich, Swansea, Wycombe, Rotherham, Rangers. Good point, says Eli. Only team we've beaten above us are Watford. Difficult month coming up. Get excited if we get results against Norwich, Swansea, Cardiff and Watford. You'll be in the top 6 if you get those results. Eli, that'd be tremendous, wouldn't it? Jim says, would have taken a point pre-match, but at this stage we need a win. Yeah, when you're coming into the last 15 minutes and you are winning, just got to get over the line now. Ian says, promotion, Bournemouth, Norwich, Brentford, relegation, Rotherham, Wycombe, Birmingham. Interesting. Neil's watching Barnsley, even contest. Barnsley have the edge going forward. Clinical finishing. Couple of lovely goals. Izzy Brown's on. The lesser spotted Izzy Brown on for Sheffield Wednesday. Here comes Stoke into the box. They're looking the better side and they're 1-0 up in this one every time I look across. Bit of a poor corner conceded by Yates. So that looked for all the world like it had gone out, but no corner given. No quarter given. Lots of games half time now in the Championship, so we can focus a bit more on Stoke and Forest, and obviously Borough trying to get that equaliser at Wednesday, trying to get a vital win. So close to 2-2, nearly dropped my brew. That's the only bad thing about this lovely new desk I've got. It's not red wine proof in its colouring. What do we got here? In no particular order. Bournemouth, Norwich, Swansea, Wycombe, Rotherham, Wednesday. Sam was joking about Bielsa on the bucket before the game, taking pictures. Serves him right. No Watford in this evening then, Ben. Although the bias has indeed been left at the door. What do you mean, David? What do you mean? Watford was postponed, wasn't it, against Millwall? I think it'll do good, actually, Watford. Have a week off with the new manager. Prepare for Swansea, I think, at the weekend. MK Dons, 4-1. Nice job. Blackburn will win the playoffs. I don't at the moment, John, but we'll see. Joe Worrell's shouting at Lewis Graben there. My God. A slow motion replay of Lewis Graben being yelled at. And Lewis is here, everybody. Forest remind me of Stoke. Oh, it's animation. There we go. When they bought everyone and almost lost every week. God. Only consolation might be that I follow says McGovern has only had one save to make. Watford, Brentford, Norwich, just Birmingham to be relegated. Blackburn, Norwich, Swansea promoted. That's an interesting one. Wickham, Birmingham, Wednesday relegated. Fun game. Get a red wine drainage system that circulates any spilt wine back. I think my red wine draining system is my tongue, isn't it? Shocking. What are we looking at here in the Stoke game? An offside decision that maybe shouldn't have been given. Here come Forest away with Amiobi, but Stoke, the impenetrable object, aren't they? Ben, a happy Wickham fan, cracking half from us, nullified them and predictably scored a set piece. We all know how. Oh, don't say that. Are you suggesting you're going to lose 2-1 in a very tight game? Deary me. Just pop in to say, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Over and out. I don't know what that means. Are the Buffalo Bills playing in American sport? I don't even know what sport they play. The Bills? Is that American football? Ugh. Pass. Swans are crying out for a striker, but at this moment in time, Mayhew and Lowe are the most informed players in the championship. So I wouldn't mind if we didn't get a striker. Well, they're doing fine. I don't know if they're the most informed players in the championship, but they're doing a decent enough job. They're promoted Norwich, Bournemouth, Watford, relegated Wickham, Rotherham, and someone else. Pray to Jesus. 3 that went down to go back up. Norwich, Watford, and Bournemouth. It'd be so boring, wouldn't it? Imagine that. Norwich, Watford, Bournemouth up, and Rotherham, Coventry, and Wickham down. And as you were, in the words of Liam Gallagher, has anyone been put in the fake news sin bin? Everyone's been lovely tonight, Liam. No fake news has been spread in the chat, although someone will do it on purpose in a minute. There we go. American football. I know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Norwich, Brentford, Bournemouth up, Wickham, Rotherham, QPR, or us if Chansiri throws his toys out the pram another time. Blackburn definitely look on top in our game, and they got Dak to bring on now, haven't they? Look like a very fast team going forward. Yes. Don't give them space. My comment was a lack of Watford shouts for promotion. I can't do anything about those, David, can I? Fake news. Cardiff are a good team. Yeah, that is fake news at the moment. Pulis to be sacked. Forest, Watford, Stoke. Yes, Stoke need to be able to score a few more goals, don't they? Just a few too many draws and low-scoring games. Although they have the ball on the edge of the box here. Powell dinks that through. And some horrible technique by Collins there, who knees it out of play when trying to control it. Fish in the tank. I think they're just guppies at the moment, Oliver. To be honest, I feed them. Shaylee is in charge of all animal life other than me in my house. 40 minutes gone in the Stoke game. And Jim says they're down to the last 10 minutes. Wednesday, 10 minutes away from a potentially a big victory. The day after, they fired their second manager of the season. If you don't laugh, you won't process properly how ridiculous that is when we're not even at the New Year's. There it is, 80 minutes and 19 seconds gone in the game. Brown has come on, Akpom, Tavernier, Warnock going for it. How did Wednesday defender leave? Bring on Izzy Brown for Callum Patterson. Tremendous stuff. You guys watching that one? Keep us posted. Borough just had 2 opportunities to dive and will probably have got a pen. Fair play to their sportsmanship. Come on, Wednesday. Currently holding my breath and hoping that Wednesday hold on for 10 minutes. Who scored for Wickham? Tafazoli, Will. Bring back Kiefer Moore. Yeah, missing him, aren't they? Forest don't look confident against Stoke. No, from what I've seen, they don't. But I've only just had half an eye on that one. Rumours are Liverpool and Spurs games will be called off. I heard about the Fulham game. That's Spurs, isn't it? I didn't know about the Liverpool game, Badger. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Rife these COVID rumours now, aren't they? Barnsley's next 4 fixtures. Norwich away, Swansea home, Watford away, Cardiff home. Yeah. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Sat with my son, Josh, listening to you. Hello, Josh. Good lad. I hope you've been trained to be a Wednesday fan. By your father. Don't hold your breath for 10 minutes. Don't hold your breath. Never trust your football team. Deary me. Lock, yes, is watching Man United Wolves. Sleepy business, hey? We should be coming back for the second halves of our 7:45 kickoffs imminently. The only games live at the moment in the Championship, we got this Stoke Forest game, which I should write 8 p.m. in front of, really, shouldn't I? And the 7 p.m. kickoff, which is Sheffield Wednesday 2, Borough 1, which probably got about 7 or 8 minutes of normal time left to play. We're just coming up half time in Stoke Forest. Chris Hughton looking somewhat underwhelmed by his team's performance, but behind to that strange goal where Graben sort of ducked his head out the way of heading across away, and in it went. Stoke have got it in the right back position, and it's hoofed down the line and into the midfield, where Yates is going to be fouled by Powell, who gets Samba Sow in a headlock. I wouldn't want to fight Samba Sow. Wouldn't want to fight anyone. Time check Stoke is 44:34 here. So much unnecessary skill from Borough would probably go in if they just... It's Warnock and his total football in it. Long one forward looking for Worrell, which seems to be the plan from a lot of the Forest set plays. It's broken. Sal's got it, central midfield. Worrell, Cafu. I'm going to try and get this wide to Knockhart. Knockhart comes in off the right. Feints to cross. Lovely ball by Knockhart, headed out by Suter, who is an absolute giant of a man. Into 2 minutes of stoppage time in the game between Stoke and Forest. Sal gets in and nicks that one away. Here he comes, looking for Graben to make a run. Slides it in. Suter with a hand in the back, just too strong for Lewis Graben. There, good break by Sal. As expected, McGovern has come off for Barden for the second half. They need to get Tim Krul back very quickly. Don't they, Norwich? Callum says, we are playing better than Preston here. All our players too scared to shoot. That's Callum, a Coventry fan. Oh, dear, sorry. Can I sit like this? There we go. Benjamin Bloom didn't get the Bills comment then. No idea. I don't know anything about the Buffalo Bills. Oh, is that the BBFC badge? Maybe. I don't know. There we go. Over my head. I think it's safe to say Derby proved us all wrong with our predictions from earlier today. What did I have? Did I have like 0-0 draw or something, I think? I'm always wrong, aren't I? Deary me. Barden definitely on. McGovern subbed off. We're going to see a chance for Borough in the Sky footage. Did that hit the bar? I think you guys were telling me about that about 10 minutes ago. So a little bit behind. Is the Coventry game any good? I think we had someone watching that, didn't we? Callum might be able to chime in on that one. It's half time at Stoke. They're leading 1-0. You don't want to be losing 1-0 at half time away at Stoke. A long way back with that defence in the freezing cold on Richard Keys and Andy Gray's wild, wet, windy night at Stoke, although I don't think it's raining. It will. It's Stoke at some point. It might even snow for them. There we go. We should have some of the second halves kicking off now. Looks like Norwich are a go-go. Just to wind you Wednesday fans up even more. 86 minutes 47 gone in that one now. And let's bring up the live league table. Let's do it without Wednesday and Borough highlighted. So it would indeed put Sheffield Wednesday level on points and above Rotherham, only 2 behind Nottingham Forest, who are 1-0 down at Stoke. The rest of the table there, Norwich up at the top are level. Stoke are going into the top 6. They're beating Forest. Barnsley going all the way up to 8th there. Borough are losing. Only the 6th time this season. They've had a few draws, haven't they, into the bargain. Bristol City are also losing to Luton. Preston are leading and going into 11th spot. Blackburn level. Luton winning and they'll go up to 13th. They've been in the top half for a lot of the season, just dropped down recently, haven't they? What else have we got? Huddersfield level with Blackburn that we mentioned. QPR level at Norwich. I'm sure they would take a point from that one. Forest behind, Wednesday winning. Minutes left in that one. Rotherham 2 down and looking probably cooked. Wickham, can they get only their 3rd win of the season? Charlie is off. I hope you're feeling better soon, buddy. Go and get some rest, Charlie. Maybe see you tomorrow night for the Reading game. Teenager in goal for Norwich. Shoot from anywhere. Amazing Richard Jolly stat. Messi scored his first goal. He has outscored Tony Pulis' team 750 to 696. Deary me. Who's Richard Jolly? Is he that guy from Pointless? Slightly unfair, I think. Wonder what Messi's average league position and average. They're favourites for pretty much 8 out of 10 of every games they play, aren't they, Barcelona? Barden, this Norwich goalkeeper, played against Luton in the Cup. Hopefully that will reduce some of the pressure. Yeah, look, in theory, the Norwich, I know it doesn't work like this, but the Norwich outfield players should be able to protect Barden and have enough of the ball. It's just, if they do get the chance, will he be ready for it? Richard Osman. Is it? I don't know. Who's Richard Jolly? Richard Osman. The tall guy, yeah? I don't know. How old is McNair? Seems a lifetime ago he was at Manchester United. I don't think he's that old, is he? Should we do our research properly? We'll do it live. Gives us a chance to have a look. 90 minutes up now. Let me just click on there. Paddy McNair. Is he 25? be 26 in April. Will Paddy McNair. 21 shots to Borough, only 3 on target, 2 big chances is all they have created. Will they be able to force something in stoppage time? Wednesday, please don't be your usual selves. Richard Jolly does great football stats. Great follow on Twitter. Shall I follow him? How many minutes of stoppage time is the Sheffield Wednesday Twitter telling us about? 4 added minutes. Sponsored by H.E. Barnes. All 4 of those minutes. And we're seeing the young Norwich goalie going into net at Caro Rude. Doof. Sorry. Richard Osman's book was top of the Christmas bestseller list. And Spielberg's production company have bought the movie rights. Nice. I know nothing about Richard Osman, evidently, but there we go. Richard Jolly. Joseph soon off for Rotherham. Smith on. So does that mean Vassell's going to go and play wide? Well, they're showing this Stoke goal, trying to say that something happened to Graben in the build-up, but yeah, very odd goal. Please indulge me. I'm going to eat one of these Colin the Caterpillar things. Shake of the head from Lewis Graben. Flicker the wrist and you're dead, baby. Blow him a kiss. How many seconds left after 4 minutes injury time? Let's bring it up at Sheffield Wednesday. 92 minutes, 27 played. 4 minutes minimum stoppage time. What a tackle from Dunkley. Time to perfection as Watmore received the ball in the box, says the Sheffield Wednesday Twitter. Poor Colin. He won't be a happy chappy, will he? We are seconds away from the full-time whistle at Hillsborough. Let's just bring up the live league table and you'll see going to go up to 16 points. Sheffield Wednesday, 2 from safety. Did start with minus 12, didn't they? But just the minus 6 to look at. There you go. Flick of the wrist. B-side of Killer Queen from the Queen 2 album. This is like a horror film. Our Wednesday friends are having a lovely old time. Seeing out stoppage time against Neil Warnock's Borough. I think they must nearly have done it by now. What's the clock saying on SofaScore? It says 13 seconds of the minimum stoppage time. Sheer heart attacks, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it goes into Lily of the Valley, doesn't it? Dislocate your spine. Yeah. I am forever searching high and low. But why does everybody tell me no? Great song. It is full time. Congratulations to Sheffield Wednesday, who have won. We can pop that in our full times. And Norwich take the lead on 54 minutes. They're going to go 7 points clear. So Wednesday is all over and leaders Norwich. Oh, goal disallowed, says Bet365. I think it's been disallowed. Dislocate your spines if have you seen double? Mesmerize you when he's tongue-tied. Right. Let's update all of this. Sheffield Wednesday can go in with the full-time scores. We're seeing some footage of that. Wednesday get the win. Helpful for whoever the new manager is. And Preston, did that Norwich goal actually get disallowed? Bet365 flashed and then went away, but Preston have gone 2-0 up. We will find out who has scored the second Preston goal. Best chance of the match for City. Ojo's shot tipped away, says the Cardiff Twitter. Wonder if we're going to see this disallowed Norwich goal. Yes, we are. Played through to Pookie. Is he going to square it to Cantwell? I'm guessing Cantwell is going to be offside. Is he? Which is very, very silly if he is, because he's got nobody marking him anywhere near. Although here goes Pookie through. And it's into the side netting. Huddersfield have taken the lead against Blackburn. It's Huddersfield 1, Blackburn 0. Let's go away from that screen. So we've had a goal at Preston and we've had a goal at Huddersfield. We are awaiting goal scorers. I'm sure we'll find out. Anybody? No. Chris says, extraordinary result for Wednesday, and all credit to them. Thought Borough had turned away their form around, but their win was at Birmingham. Right, we're going to see Sean Maguire. Sean Maguire with the goal for Preston. Free kick in from the right. Oh, it's an absolute mess. They can't get it clear. Oh, dear. So the first header was sort of nodded down. I think a couple of Coventry players sort of get in their way. They try and clear it. It goes loose, and Maguire just taps it home from about 5 yards. Cantwell was behind Pookie. I'd need to see a replay. If he's behind him, then he's not offside. But again, I'd need to see a replay of that. He shouldn't be offside when there was no one near him. So if he was offside, he's a wally and he's got overexcited there. But although Noah says Pookie was offside, in which case Naby Sarr was the goal scorer for Huddersfield. Looks like a header from a set play. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the live league table. So Norwich didn't indeed score, but they're still 5 points clear at the top of the table. As it stands, could go 7 points clear. Stoke and Barnsley still leading. Bristol City still losing. So Preston now 2 up, looking good for that 11th place spot. Huddersfield. Rotherham have a goal back. We'll get to that in a sec. Rotherham have scored on 57. They bring it back to 2-1. So yeah, Huddersfield, that's going to pop them into the top half on 31 points. Blackburn will drop to 14th. And that is a team with Harvey Elliott and Adam Armstrong in as well. Let's just update the ticker. Rotherham 1, Barnsley 2. Anyone know who the Rotherham goal scorer was? Let me know in the chat. I'm sure it'll come back, and we'll get to have a look at it. So Rotherham getting back 1 goal in that game. Barnsley had gone 2 up pretty early within about the first 15 minutes. Let's just bring it up on Sofa Score. Michael Smith, who was the second half substitute. So good work by Paul Vaughan there. His sub getting a goal. Thank you. Look, there we go. Smith. Wonderful. How's it looking? Doesn't look like the numbers tell us Rotherham aren't actually doing terribly badly. Only 1 big chance forced by Barnes. They haven't forced any corners, and it's 4 shots on target to 2. So maybe there's something in it for Rotherham in this one. Now they've got it back to 2-1. Iain says much better this half. Anna is watching Luton. Narge cut back. Can't find Masengo. Positive play from Bristol City. Let's have a look. It was a corner. a nice Paul Vaughan Rotherham goal, that one. Corner right on top of the goalkeeper, and Smith standing jump just heads that one in. We have kicked off the second half at Stoke versus Forest as well. Stoke leading that one 1-0 with that corner going in where Lewis Grabban kind of got his head out of the way. So we'll see what transpires in the second half here. If we bring up all of the fixtures, you'll be able to see the clocks on each of them, which should be reasonably accurate. There they are. So you can see Stoke obviously have only just kicked off. They're 15 minutes behind everybody. Norwich are 63 there. They're the furthest ahead. And, Luton and Huddersfield are almost 10 minutes behind in their one. So bear that in mind as the scores come through, that that one game there is almost 10 minutes ahead from the others. If I may, I'll put a little plug on there for Super Chat. We've already had a couple. Thank you for the Super Chats. And, of course, Patreon. I did my exclusive Patreon quick predictions. We did the stream earlier, which was about 45 minutes. I then go straight over to Patreon and do a pre-record. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long. Just the predictions in without all of the chit chat and all of the working out, basically. Just the good bits. The stats in the Norwich QPR game. How has there not been a goal? Oh, no good. Good Lord, what am I watching home? Masenga has come off for Jeju. 4 up front. Deary me. Norwich all over us now, says Noah. Ladapo just wide, says Iain. It looks like Rotherham and Norwich turning the screw. Neil says it's all Rotherham at the moment. And let's see. Do I deserve another glass of wine? I probably do I? And Luton have been pegged back. It is 1-1. Bristol City have scored. We'd heard that Jeju had just come on. It is Luton 1, Bristol City 1. 61 minutes gone in that one. And Bristol City have got the equaliser. It's about half an hour to play there. And Bristol City have equalised. We won't judge you for filling the glass. Oh, don't. It's not going to the top. No way. I want to get up in the morning. Let's just have a look. Who scored the Bristol City goal? Sonny Bradley, own goal. It says in the 61st minute. I'm sure we'll get a look at that one on Sky in just a sec. Come on, says Anir. Sounds like we deserve it. We do. Own goal from Bradley. David, thank you, who is a Patreon and is going to be the sponsor of the Saturday SuperStream. Patreon is easy to do. Little large amounts as you like. No commitment support the channel. Thank you very much, David. You've done my plug-in way better than I could have. Oh, nice cross into the box. Has gone loose. So I'm watching the Stoke Forest game. Bursick manages to grab it. Which morning? All of the mornings. Great finish from the lad. Harsh. Own goal from Sonny Bradley, the Luton centre half. Is he playing? Or is playing fullback tonight? He might be playing out of position. Let's have a look. Bristol City in down the left. He's just slid in. He has smashed it in off the crossbar, to be fair. Slid in on the near post, Bradley, and whacked it into the goal, trying to cut the cross out. Wow. Check this one out, guys. Wycombe 2, Cardiff 0. Wow. Could be a third win of the season for Wycombe. And have they even been 2-0 up this season? I think they've won all their games by one, or the two games that they have won. Sensational result potentially here for Wycombe. We don't have the goal scorer there just yet. They look reasonably good value for it there. 2-0 to Wycombe. That will update in just a second, no doubt. There we go. David Wheeler on 63 minutes has put Wycombe 2-0 up. Should we go straight to the foot of the table? Because, I mean, can we get confident now that Wycombe are going to get the win? We've said for a while now they just lose tight games, don't they? Well, they're 2-0 up now, so they've got to guard this 3 points with their life. About sort of 30 minutes if you had the stoppage time into it as well against Neil Harris's Cardiff, who are going to drop to 14th, and it will be their fourth defeat in 5. I know there's been some hard games in there, but they're playing bottom of the league Wycombe today, and Wycombe will be 3 points from safety if that stays the same. So tremendous stuff from Wycombe today. What are you guys saying? Yes, Wycombe. Neil Harris is gone. They scored 2 against Birmingham. What did that one? Did that one end 2-1? I was saying they haven't been 2 up, though, have they? They certainly, I don't think they've won by 2 goals, have they? Shot blocked off the line by QPR. Good defending. We have a sweepstake here. What minute is the Norwich goal coming in? Will they leave it to stoppage time, or will it just be the 80th minute like it normally is? What minute does the Norwich goal come in? Let me know in the chat there. Stoke popping a free kick into the box, knocked off Allen from the edge of the box, smacks that over the bar, rocking the shorter hair now, Joe Allen. It's like disappointing, isn't it? When you think there's a kindred spirit. There you go. 86 minute for the Norwich goal. There's 94 there. At this rate, I'm not convinced we're going to get a goal. Come on, James. It's Norwich in the Championship. They always get a goal. Jim says 72. Annie says in the 500th minute of stoppage time. You know it's going to happen. You know, maybe the young goalkeeper will come up and score from a set play or something and get the winner in the 112th minute or what have you. Relegation double on Sheffield United, and Derby's taking a turn for the worst. Bring back Koku. Yeah, really looks like he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? This sounds interesting. Triple change for Blackburn. Dak, Gallagher and Buckley all on for... Elliott off. Rothwell and Nyambe. Interesting. Daniel Farker's set-piece masterclass. It won't be. It'll be a deflected goal in the 79th minute or something, won't it? This match has 1-0 QPR over. I believe that when I see it. The bottom three all winning. Not a good day for Forest and Rotherham thus far. God, bottom three all winning. Right, we're going to see the Wickham goal now crossed in by, I think, McClare. That's a great goal, actually, by Wickham. Bullet header home by Wheeler. Crossed in right-footed from the left-hand side. And he's on the run. He smashes that header in. Great goal from Wickham. Speaking of substitutions in that Norwich game, actually, Adoma and Bon come in for Chair and Dykes. So some fresh legs on for QPR. And Luton have taken the lead. It is Luton 2, Bristol City 1. Bristol City had just got back into it, hadn't they? But Luton now lead 2-1. They're back in front, Luton, at the Kenny. Bristol City can only have been level for about 5 minutes then, can't they? Goodness me. Luton leading 2-1 in that one. Typical City. Oh dear. Here we go again. Yes, our Bristol City friends are not too happy with that, as you can well imagine. Who scored the goal? Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. This boy is special, says the Luton Twitter. And there he is. Sorry, I got the wrong view on. I can't even see myself. Yeah, there he is. Climbing up on Dewsbury Hall. Sorry. Yeah, and he knew what was coming. It's better than me going, friend, isn't it? Hey? Do, 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 do. Shay Dunkley, have my kids. Nice. Theo Robinson. I saw Theo Robinson score for Lincoln against Ipswich. Terrible. Imagine if we could be consistent. Yeah, very few football teams are. Some are consistently not very good. Is it a good one, Alexis? Kiernan Dewsbury Hall on the 68th minute. I'm sure we'll see it imminently on Sky. Let's have a look at this Stoke Forest game. Here comes Krissy. It's coming in off the right. Hits that one. Oh, good effort by Krissy. Not far around the post there. Excellent play by the right back. Right, we're going to see this Dewsbury Hall goal. Let's see what all the chat about. Don Ball has been booked for QPR. And it's a low, bouncy one, left-footed into the corner from about probably over 25 yards, that one by Dewsbury Hill. Controls it well, right into the corner. Obviously, when it comes that far and it's on the ground, although Bentley's very good in goal, I need to see it back to judge whether the keeper's getting anywhere near it. But it is right in the corner and it is bouncing. And, of course, we have a penalty to Norwich. So, in the sweepstake, what minute are we in? Who had 7? I think it was me, wasn't it? Where are they? About 74, did I say? So they're in the 75th minute. So, who had 75? I guess Taimu Pukki will score this penalty. And Norwich have indeed scored the penalty. Anyone have 75 minutes? Let's scroll back up. Oh, Jim had 72. I think I was one of the closest. So penalty and Norwich take the lead predictably, as we thought they might. They always get the job done in the Championship, don't they? So Norwich lead 1-0 and they're going 7 points clear at the top of the table. Hopefully we'll get a look at that action in just a second. Yeah, you're the winner of the When Will Norwich Score sweepstake. Norwich, here we go. The backstory of me going friend is just it's a silly in-betweeners quote, isn't it? Noah says horrible dive. I'd have to see it. I have not seen it. Matt, comment of the day. Love your shirts, Ben. Happy New Year from a Leeds fan. Boom. Very happy New Year if you're a Leeds fan, isn't it? As I said earlier, KDH is an amazing player. Shame it's just a loan. Yeah, you just wonder, will these Leicester players get anywhere near the team? Although I suppose Harvey Barnes did, but you could tell how good Harvey Barnes was. Right, I think we're going to get to see this penalty incident and this Pookie penalty for Norwich. Let's have a look. It's Cantwell into the box. Down he goes. Penalty. I'd have to see a replay before I commented on that. And I'm going to get one. Who is it? I'd need to see a different angle, but no, there's absolutely nothing in it, is it? It's a bit disappointing, these penalty things now, isn't it? If you get one hand touch you, down you go. So, yeah. Modern football, everybody. So any part of anyone's body touches you in the box, go down. Go down. It is what it is. Yeah, minimal contact on Cantwell. Obviously, Pookie steps up and sticks it in. But Norwich, they get it done. They get it done, don't they? QPR and Birmingham getting sucked in to the relegation battle now. Yes, indeed, they are. QPR Forever says, never a pen. Ridiculous. It's the way things are going, aren't they? Sadly. And no VAR in the Championship to have a look at that. But, yeah. We've seen it many, many times. Sorry, that's not me being drunk. I do get these horrible eye streams, but when you're down the bottom, that's the way it goes. Also, when you're up the top, that's the way it goes as well. And I'm sure there's been lots of Norwich attacks. Langford is... Oh, is it referee Langford? There you go. Of course, it's Langford as well, dear. Oh, referee Langford. Given penalties for everything since missing all those Reading ones. There we go. Football is so broken. It's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. I think Todd Cantwell's a good player, but I think it's up to referees really to be maybe a bit stronger. But then look, if the refs are told to give those sort of, I don't know what they would be told that would constitute, if anyone touches anyone, even just an arm going out, then hey ho, little bit depressing, isn't it? But like I said, Norwich in the Championship are ruthless. They will do whatever it takes, won't they? And I think we saw with the Aaron's penalty against Reading as well the other week that those players are. I just dropped my sweet on the floor. They're tuned into the fact that if they dribble into the box quickly and go down, they will get decisions. To be fair, 3 other penalty shout-outs that were not given for either team. I haven't seen any of them, my friend, so I couldn't possibly comment. Emily says, Wednesday, great win for Wednesday, and it looks like all of the bottom 3 are going to be winning. I'm going to eat a sweet. How many goals now for Pookie? He must have double figures, mustn't he? How close are we on full times for all of these games now? Let's bring up the split screen. Norwich leading on 80 minutes there. Rotherham still chasing a goal behind. They're on 78. Wickham are 2 up. 77 gone in that one and 77 gone in Preston Coventry as well. Both of those games are 2-0. way behind Huddersfield and Luton. Only one goal in both of those games. Ryan says, to be honest, as a Norwich fan, it was not a penalty, but the previous two definitely were. That will be no consolation to any of the QPR fans, will it? It either is or it isn't a penalty. So there we go. Oh, and there is a goal for Nottingham Forest. Looks like it's an own goal by James Chester on the near post. We're 64 in on this one. Remember, it is the 8 o'clock kickoff. And it's an equalising goal. Corner, whipped in, headed away. Helped back out. I can't see it. It's so foggy there. I guess that. Would that be knock-up? Swung in. And, yeah, it's knock-up from the left wing. Swings it in. Chester sort of throws himself at the header. Worrell gets his body in between, which just puts Chester in completely the wrong position. And he nods it past his own goalkeeper, 1-1. And there was me saying, Forest won't score in this one. If the fog lowers, this one's not finishing. But it is an equalising goal. That fog looks quite bad, actually. So we'll keep an eye on that. They're going to regret having this one as the 8 o'clock kickoff. But it is 1-1. Stoke versus Forest. It's 1-1. There we go. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. Chester did the opposite of what Graven did first half. Should have let it go. Yeah, quite. One didn't head it when he should have, and one headed it when he probably shouldn't have. But there we go. Harris surely has to go now. Dreadful. Well, I think he might get a few more games, but... yeah, not going well at all, is it? Did I see that Leicester have had 10 penalty? 10? Wow. I mean, I think that's just football as it is now, especially VAR, isn't it? Penalty or not, it's just reward for constant. Yeah, I'm not quite sure I buy that logic, Richard. You don't get a helpful penalty that's not a penalty just for playing well. I think you still have to score, but I know what you mean. Iheanacho will miss 50% of penalties. Will he? Not good. This is the point where we bring up Martin Palermo missing 3 penalties in one game, isn't it? There are our current scores. A few full times now. Birmingham lost 4-0 at home to Derby earlier. In the Premier League, our dearly departed West Brom 0, Leeds 5. Burnley 1, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Borough 1 was the 7 p.m. kickoff. 7:45 kickoffs. Huddersfield leading against Blackburn. Sarr. Norwich leading against QPR. Pookie. Preston 2-0 up against Coventry, Maguire and Johnson. Rotherham 2-1 down at home to Barnsley. Mowatt and Woodrow for Barnsley. Rotherham goal scorer was Smith, wasn't it? Wickham 2, Cardiff 0, Tafazoli and Wheeler. Could be a third win of the season for Wickham. Luton 2, Bristol City 1. And would you believe it, QPR have equalised. And a penalty down the other end. Bright's bundled over by Hanley, who's been booked. Has there been a make-up call in the Norwich game? I wonder. Referees would never admit it, but there you go. Talking about soft penalties. I'll have to see it. I haven't seen it, but what an induction for Barden. Yeah, there we go. Norwich 1, QPR 1. And we have an equaliser. They've got the pictures. I'm seeing live pictures here. But my iPad is on a delay. So I obviously know that he's going to score. Who is it? Bright Samuel. Is he going to take it with his left foot? Why would he do that? Now he's going to move across and smashes the penalty home. So, yes, 2 penalties within 5 minutes. And, oh, my God, look at the fog in the Stoke game. This Stoke game may well get called off looking at this. And I looked away. Deary me. I looked away. So I did not see the foul. Ref feeling bad for the first one. Both absolutely ridiculous. Good penalty, softer game from the referee, but it makes a good final 5 minutes. Yes, indeed. Deserve that because of the other pen. Don't deserve to be level, though. So QPR have equalised Bright Samuel. So, again, we'll do the next sweepstake. When's the Norwich winning goal coming? You've got between 85 now and however many minutes stoppage time that they're going to get there. It's getting very, very foggy at Stoke. Here comes Lolly down the right-hand side, but you can barely see into the middle. They've got 20 minutes to play. It can't get much worse because, well, you really can't see a hell of a lot. So they're not going to want to call this one off so late. Right, what are you guys saying for when the Norwich winner's coming? 90 plus 3, 89, 92, 91, 92, 90, 87, 97. There we go. And Hamza says no winning goal. Bright Samuel's last goal, perhaps. Remember, Bright Samuel's contract up at the end of the season, and the window is about to open. The last window that QPR can get any money for him. Luke Jeffcott has scored for Plymouth. Someone said he would earlier today. Hal says, all the results looking good for Brentford if we beat Bournemouth. Do you have a look at the table? We haven't in recent minutes. Have we? See how those recent happenings have affected things. Obviously, Norwich, I mean, even with a draw, will still go 5 points clear. Swansea play tomorrow. Could close the gap, as do Bournemouth and Brentford. That's going to be a great game. Swansea and Reading and Bournemouth and Brentford. Tremendous. Tomorrow night, we'll try and cover both of those games. We'll try. That's my intention at the moment. We just quickly throw that up. And Mike, thank you. A super sticker. Legend. Mike out in LA, I think. Ryan says, just put on Sky Sports, as you said, about how on earth is that continuing? Well, you know what they're like. I mean, I suppose it's easier for them when 20,000 fans or however many haven't paid and turned up, but they're not going to want to call this off with like 10 minutes to go. In fact, I think it's being stopped right now. We're 72 minutes in. Now, I don't know what the protocol is. I was at a game between Ipswich and Oxford where the players went off for 10 minutes, I think, but that was for rain. Whereas rain can get better and you can play on, whereas fog, well, I suppose it could lift, couldn't it? But, I mean, they're keeping going. 72 minutes gone. Anna Mason says, I remember it very well. Ultra HD doing nothing for this Stoke game. I always say that about fog lights, David. They just help you to see the fog better, don't they? When you put your fog lights on in your car. Can't make any of the Forest players out in their dark kits. Result stands. Is that true? If more than 75% of the game has passed, and I suppose it's a draw as well, which is always helpful. Would they shake hands on a draw? Hugel coming on. We know how this is going to go. Get it in the box. Equaliser for Blackburn. 86-minute equaliser for Blackburn against Huddersfield. 1-1 in that one. Both sides around the middle of the table, the sort of 12th place spot. Have they updated that table? They have not yet. So Blackburn are going to go to 30. There you go. And switch places with Huddersfield. Let's try and find out who scored that goal. It was Sam Gallagher, who came on as a second half substitute. Substitute me for him. Right, let's go back to the table. And you can see, if I hit by round, where we are in each of those games. 5 minutes stoppage time at Norwich. So if you're still in the sweepstake there, good luck to you. Huddersfield 1, Blackburn 1. Blackburn just equalised through Gallagher. They're on 83. Luton 2, Bristol City 1, also in the 83rd minute. Norwich and Rangers are into 5 minutes of stoppage time there. Preston and Coventry, that's 2-0. So we don't expect a change in outcome of that one. 88 gone. Rotherham and Barnes, the only one in that one, just gone into the 89th minute. Wycombe and Cardiff, 2-0. Wycombe, are they going to see this one out? Speaking of seeing this one out, this fog is ludicrous in the game between Stoke and Forest. I'm trying to make out the referee in the middle of it. They're 75 minutes in. 75-42 is coming up. It's 1-1. In the last probably 10 minutes since I've spotted that it was actually really foggy. I'm just going to have a look at this Blackburn goal now. Armstrong down the left. Oh, it's not a great bit of goalkeeping. I think Schofield in goal there sort of parries it out, and Gallagher can wrap home the rebound. 86th minute equaliser. As I was saying, it's got a lot worse very quickly at Stoke by whatever that A road is. Come on, Barnsley, says George. They're looking to see that one out. 2-1 up. Casey Palmer back to Bristol City. I think they need him, don't they? Off to Oklahoma to drive massive loads with my 53-foot trailer. Lovely stuff. Get out on those open American roads. Neil Harris has been shown a red card on the sidelines, been sent to the stands for crimes against football, presumably. Here come Forest on the counter. And if they're on the near touchline, I can actually make out this is Cafu comes inside. Fed back, Figueiredo, Lolly, Christie. You get it into the box. If the Stoke defenders can even see. Oh, my God. We're just delaying the Norwich goal here, aren't we? Right, Asai Samuel misses an open goal from 1 yard out. Wow. How has Asai Samuel not scored? Dear oh me. It's an open net from 2 yards out, bro. Oh, I'm about to see this. They've broken away down the right-hand side. Across it. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's virtually on the line, and it flies up and over the goal. Wow, how has he not scored that? Adoma with the cross there. Wow, Mark Warburton holds his head. Goodness me. 93 minutes and 5 seconds, it says, although my... Huddersfield have scored a last-minute winner. Goodness me. Huddersfield 2, Blackburn 1. Blackburn had just equalised in the 86th minute, and Huddersfield have gone up the other end 4 minutes later and taken the lead. It's Huddersfield 2, Blackburn 1. Let's see if Twitter will tell me who indeed has scored that goal. Naby Sarr. Again, 2 for Naby Sarr. in one game today. Sensational work from him. I'm guessing we'll get a look at it. Here come Forest, looking the more likely, actually, from what you can actually see through the fog. How the heck did he miss? Oh, my God, I feel sick. I know what it's like. Believe me, I know what it's like. Crossed in there by Lyle Taylor and put over the top by Joe Lyles. It's a difficult chance. He's been fairly tightly marked. And QPR have got a very unlikely point there. Could have got all three, really, couldn't they? With that very, very late chance. It's all over at Norwich. It is Norwich 1, QPR 1. We'll have a look at the table. And you have to say, that's a good result for QPR. Wow, what is Naby Sarr doing? It wasn't a header from a set play at all. They've clipped it in. Is he still up from a set play or something? It's clipped over the top, and he's finished that like an absolute pro striker there. Touch with the right foot. Top corner with the left foot. Wickham 2, Cardiff 1 in the 90th minute. Worrying for Wickham. Cardiff have a goal back. Let's try and update this stuff. So it is a full-time Norwich 1, QPR 1. We didn't even have the equaliser up on there. Let's just throw that into the full-time mix. Although, actually, I think we'll probably just leave. We'll take the word 7:45 away. As they put the camera on Bright Samuel, who missed that incredible late chance to beat Norwich there for QPR. And we do need to update that it is now Wickham 2, Cardiff 1. That would be a sickener for Wickham if they did shed 2 stoppage time goals, wouldn't it? Looking like they were going to get a win. And did I update Huddersfield? Yes. Double substitution at the Bet365. Barnsley have beaten Rotherham. That is full time. Barnsley 2, Rotherham 1. Let's bring the table up because there's plenty to talk about now, especially with a couple of these late goals. Luton have beaten Bristol City as well. That is full time. Luton 2, Bristol City 1. So Norwich is full time. They now are able to be shot at by Bournemouth, who have 2 games in hand, but are 6 points behind. Swansea 5 behind. Remember, difficult games tomorrow. Swansea versus Reading and Bournemouth versus Brentford. Norwich will hope for some draws probably in both of those. Going a bit further down, Watford suspended. So it's worked out quite well for the teams that haven't played, but they do need to go ahead and go and win their game tomorrow. Stoke are level, destined never to quite make the top 6, but there is 8 minutes to go in this one. Wickham have won and Preston have won. They are full times now as well. A 3rd win of the season for Wickham. Congratulations to the Chairboys, but we'll work our way down. Barnsley are 8th, and I believe that is Barnsley's 6th win in 8 games. 18 points in 8 games for Barnsley, who are on fine form, but with a hard run of games coming up. But they're up to 8th in the table. Borough lost to Sheffield Wednesday. Bristol City have lost. That is full time against Luton. Preston have won again. Is that a back-to-back wins? Yeah, for Preston. I think it might even. Is it 3rd straight? No, it's back. Have they updated those? No, they have not. Have they? So, yeah, back-to-back wins for Preston. No, it is a 3rd straight win. There you go. Updated now. A great little run for Preston. Excuse me. Huddersfield, late winner. Not full-time yet, but possibly late winner for Huddersfield, putting them into the top half, which will annoy Luton fans because they thought they might have been going back in. And Blackburn down to 14th, Cardiff 15th. We're into the underachievers zone there. aren't we? Millwall, Coventry. Coventry lost at Preston, didn't they? Birmingham hammered by Derby. QPR, really good draw for them at Norwich. Derby, great win, up to 20th now. Derby in really good form under Rooney and Rossinia. Forest are level, from what I can see. 84 minutes gone in their game. Wednesday, great win for them, surprising one. And Rotherham, it's been a really bad day for them because everybody else, look down there, QPR draw, Derby win, Forest draw, Wednesday draw, Wycombe win. Everybody else has picked up points. Rotherham, back-to-back defeats, losing at home. I don't think they wanted to play the game. I think they expected they were going to isolate for longer, but the EFL has sort of stepped in on that one. Let's have a look and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Damn, we're still in the playoffs. Yes, you are, RFC fan. And a win tomorrow, and you could be anywhere, really. If, if Reading were to win tomorrow, they'd go on to 39 points. All that takes then is Bournemouth and Brentford to draw, and you'd have everybody on 39 points there tucked in behind Norwich. Full time, great second half, which gives a lot of encouragement for a side that was patched up and not trained. Expected a pasting. Yes, the forecast was not good. Rotherham gave us a really hard game. Renamed Barnsley 2-1. Barnsley, nice. Wycombe full time, says Luke. Great result for Wycombe. Oliver says, have you ever seen anything like it? I think we just had a big chance for Cafu in the game between Stoke and Forest. I will give this my full attention as we go on, just reading the comments. Oh, horrible back pass. It's a good save by Bursic, but Cafu has to score there. He's clean through. The keeper has saved it with his feet and fist bumps, but Forest, as David said, should be in front. Huge chance there. Tom says Dewsbury Hall, class. Climbing up on Dewsbury Hall. He is class, says Tom on YouTube. Corner for Forest, 86-25 gone. In it goes. Oh, headed goalwards by Figueiredo. Did Bursic tip it round the post? The players are doing a great job here of continuing in this fog. Although I think someone said in the comments, at pitch level, it's better. But obviously, I was at Stoke last week, so I know exactly where the cameras are. They're right high up at the back of the main stand, presumably having to look. I know they've got great lenses and everything, but if you're 50 metres away and there's 50 metres of fog in between you and the atmosphere, then it's going to be a struggle, isn't it? Apparently that was John Obi Mikel with the bad back pass, playing Cafu inadvertently in. 87 gone. 1-1 Stoke versus Forest. Our last game, which we'll try and keep up on. They're just showing the Cafu chance there. Just composure, slide it in, maybe lift it. And Bursic makes the save. I mean, you have to say good save, but the forward is such a strong favourite there to score in that situation that you have to call it out, don't you? 87-47. Throw into Forest. Ribeiro. Worrell. So Forest, actually. Would be a huge win for them if they could get a late goal. Lolly. Lolly plays it into the fog to Sal, I think. I'll try my best. Yates. Lolly. Forest trying to build an attack. Stoke, as they tend to, have lots of men behind the ball and a strong defensive shape. Good job by Sky. They're going to the angle from behind the goal because we can actually see into the centre of midfield. Yates and, Stoke are just sitting in and holding on to their point here. Here comes Sal. Grabbing. Oh, can they get this out wide? Christie was over there and Lolly got tackled. No chance of me reading the Stoke numbers. Oh, another giveaway at the back. I think that was Chester that time. He's already scored an own goal in this one. Knockout. He tries to get a shot off. It's bounced back to him. Knockout's in the box, works his feet, tries to play it into Taylor, but that one is cut out. I have to say, I like that camera angle change. Yeah, it might be fun for going to just get the whole width of the pitching, because you never knew where the ball was going to go, did you? Focused in on the one player there, David. Here's a replay. Knockout blocked out there. Where is the ball? The ball is in the centre circle. There you go. I found it. I'm guessing that's Figueiredo to Worrell to Yates. I'm trying. Knockout and Stoke make the tackle. Really struggling to see any of these Stoke players with stripes. But they've got a breakaway now. Here comes Tom Ince. I can tell by his running style. So gets back and just nicks it off him. Well held up by Cafu into Lolly. Lolly drives forward. In the fog, you want dribblers like Joe Lolly. Taylor, they've got an overload here. Ribeiro, 4 minutes of stoppage time. Now Ribeiro into Knockout. Change the camera angle. Knockout engages his man. Tries to dink it in. Good block. And John Obi, all given away. Oh, and it's slashed badly by Yates. High, wide, not very handsome. There are all your results. Scrolling across the bottom there. Birmingham 0, Derby 4. Dearly departed in the Premier League. West Brom 0, Leeds 5, Birmingham 1. Sheffield United 0. Big win for Sheffield Wednesday 2-1 over Borough. Huddersfield 2, Blackburn 1. Norwich 1, QPR 1. Preston 2, Coventry 0. Rotherham 1, Barnsley 2. Wycombe 2, Cardiff 1. Luton 2, Bristol City 1. And we are just into the 4 minutes stoppage time in the Forest game now. 90 minutes and 59 seconds gone. So 3 more minutes minimum stoppage time to go in this one. Mikel slides that one forward. I can't see what's going on there. It's clipped into the box and driven low. God forbid if the ref or linesman have a difficult decision to make in this fog. Never hear the end of it. Here come Forest. Sal gives it away. They'll blame the fog. Turned over Ince. Ince comes central. Just blow your whistle, ref. Get this one over with. Could Barnsley make the playoffs, says Tom. Ask me in 4 games. We had a look at their next 4 games, and I mean, goodness. How many seasons do you give teams in the Prem before you no longer consider them dearly departed? Well, they become more dearly departed the longer they're away, don't they? So all departed means is they went away. I don't know. I make it up as I go along every season. But, hey, enjoying the dearly departed shows. Into the box and a header there from Sam Vokes, middle of the goal, about 10 yards out, straight at the keeper. How many seasons do you think it will be until the Championship is cursed with VAR? I'm quite looking forward to VAR in the Championship. Some improvements need to be made, obviously, but it's coming. Maybe not next season, but maybe 2 seasons' time. Apparently, Manchester United have scored. Here come Forest, though, into the box with Knockout. Drives it goalwards over the top. I'd like to tell you how close that was, but I can barely see. Not that far away. Lyle Taylor wanted it to be crossed. A wicked deflection. Yeah. We've had plenty of those this season, haven't we? 93 minutes and 14. We'll go to the final whistle on this one. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today on this stream. Big wins for all of the teams down at the bottom, and a bad day for Rotherham getting suckered in. Rashford deflected. Steve says Harris will be gone tomorrow. Hey, I need a quiet day tomorrow. No more sackings. Speaking of tomorrow, the plan is a double bill. Brentford, Bournemouth and Swansea Reading. But you know me, that may change. 10 seconds left of minimum stoppage time. Surely the ref will blow while this ball is in the air. Well, he might let... I think Samba's going to try and stick it in the box, so he might just let this play out and then blow the full-time whistle. Samba, long one forward. And thankfully, the game doesn't get pulled off. Chris Hughton's wearing his high vis, so he can actually be seen. And it's a 1-1 draw. We'll just have one more quick look and see what that does to the table. That means that Stoke, perpetually in 7th, are in 7th, and Forest are still outside of the bottom 3. But there were 3 winners down there in that bottom 6. Woo! I think we got there, and with it coming up to 10 o'clock, I will say thank you very, very much. Great fun. Great to have you all here on the stream, and come and join me tomorrow night. We'll do Dearly Departed in the morning. We'll cover Leeds, being as they won 5-0. And we'll be back for the games tomorrow night. So with all of that being said, a huge thank you for watching and a big over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.